Okay, so I guess I'll add my little funky 2 cents onto the whole Kephart or nessmuk debate. Um, I've used both style knives, nessmuk and the Kephart. I used to be partial to the nessmuk just because I like the curves of it. I like the look of it a whole lot more so than just for practicality purposes. But also, after looking into the Kephart a lot more and using it, I can see why they lean toward the Kephart as well. Now, nowadays, most of these Kepharts are production knives. The majority of them are production knives. You're not going to get an actual true Kephart unless you have one basically custom built and forged out to his specs that he wrote about. The closest you're going to get is the K-Bar BK62 that Ethan Becker put out, and he literally held an original Kephart in his hand. I'm not sure if it was from the museum or from the family, but he does a whole interview on YouTube where you can learn about it. But that's the closest you're going to get, and it's still not even 100% accurate to the original Kephart. So I decided to go with this one because it's rugged, micarta, stainless steel. I mean, it sharpens up real easy. But a Kephart is basically a spear point, very nondescript knife. I've heard it even called a sharpened up butter knife, and I've heard a lot of slander about the design, but I can see why he chose this. It's very simple and it performs very good at a variety of tasks. Now, one of the things we're going to talk about is when you go to make a bow drill. So, with that wide spear point blade, you're going to take out a lot more material than if you're using something with a very pointy tip similar to this. And you can see the difference on that, how much more material you're going to take out per twist of your knife when you're drilling out a bow drill to make a friction fire. Which, how often are you going to do that? Probably not very often, but that's going to make a difference. And I'm very happy with the handles. That is one thing they kept pretty true. Very plain Jane handles that fit well in a variety of grips. The original Kephart was a lot thinner scales than this, but this fills my hand out well and I like it. But when people go for the nessmuk, because oh, it's got the nessmuk hump, well, you can still do the same thing with a Kephart. It's still got a fair amount of belly, not as much as the nessmuk, but a fair amount. The points aligned with the center line, and it's a full tang knife. And what does Kephart say? You want a good belt knife that's easily get addable, and this definitely fits the bill for something like that. So check them out.